This was the common man's meal, and Robbie Burns was the hero of the common man. So this is his ode to the common man's food and how great it is, and how you should not look down on it, how you should be proud of it. Philip boy on his son's face, great chieftain of the pudding days. Upon them I attack your place, thanks try to tear. You're unworthy or grace, as lines we are. The groan and trencher there you fill. Your herd gazelles a distant hill. Your pin will help to mend a mill in time of need. While through your pores the dews distill, like amber beam. His knife, she rusty labour died. It cuts you up a ready slight. French and young, gushing in prayers bright, like Annie Ditch. And then, what a glorious sight. Warm, reeking, rich. Then horn for horn they stretch and strive. Deal tack the hummus on they drive, till all their solid kites be live, a bit like drums. Then all good men, they slate the dive, be thanking hums. They say that orders, French ragout, olio that would star sewer, fricassee and make a spew ever, barrack scunner, look down the sneering squat of you and sick of dinner. Poor devil, Seymour's trash, as feckless as a whip brash. His spindle shank, a key whiplash, his knee a nick. Through bloody flood and field and dash. Oh, how unfit. Ah! But mark the rustic Haggis fed. The trembling earth resounds his tread, clasping his while he leave a blade. He'll mouth a whistle, and legs, and arms, and heads will snip, like taps of thistle. Ye powers that, make men conjure care, and dish them out their bill of fare. Old Scotland wants ye skeek and wear at jumps and lobbies. But if you wish her grateful prayer, give her a Haggis! So I'd like to just have your attention once again. I'll just say a few words about Robbie Burns, and then we'll toast the eternal deity of the bar. Robbie Burns was born in Ayrshire in Scotland on January 25th, 1759. He came from a very poor family. He worked his father's farm early on, but his father was very aware of how important education was. So he actually hired a tutor named John Murdoch. And John Murdoch at one point said about his young pupil, made rapid progress in reading and was just tolerable at writing. So despite this helping him out, his report card early on wasn't that great. And at a very young age, Burns, while working on the farm, penned his first poem, which was called My Handsome Nell, which is about the farmer's daughter next door. And the gist of the whole poem is the subject that dominated his life, which were mainly Scotch and women. When his father died in 1784, Robert and his brother became partners in the farm. But Robert was more interested in the romantic nature of poetry than the arduous thing of plowing and doing the farming job. And he had some misadventures with the women, resulting in several illegitimate children, including twins to the woman who would become his wife, Jean Armour. And at one point, he had about 3 children at that point, 1 illegitimate decided, well, I better make a little bit of money. I'd like to go to the West Indies. But he didn't have enough money to get on to board a ship to go to the West Indies. So his friend said, why don't you get together, you get those poems together, write them down, and submit them. So he did. And what came out of that was his first collection called Poems, chiefly in the Scottish dialect, the Kilmarnock edition. It was basically a set of poems based on broken love affairs. And when it was published, it received great acclaim. He actually became the kind of the star of the Edinburgh scene, etc., hanging around with artists, etc. Unfortunately, being a big-named artist back then, probably just like today, doesn't pay a lot. So he had to take on a job as an excise man, so he was out collecting taxes. And it was during this time that he wrote some more of his poetry and some of his best stuff. And he actually wrote some songs that were included in James Johnson's Scots Musical Museum and George Thompson's select collection of original Scottish airs. In all, more than 400 of Burns' songs are still in existence. The last years of Burns' life are devoted to penning great poetic masterpieces such as the Lee Rig, Tam O'Shanter, A Red, Red Rose, and he died at the very young age of 37 of heart disease, which was exacerbated by that hard manual work he was doing on the farm when he was younger. His death occurred on the same day as his wife Jean gave birth to their last son Maxwell. So on January 25th every year, we celebrate Robbie Burns, the eternal bard. And so I like at this point in time for everyone to grab their wee dram and toast Robbie Burns, the ploughman's poet, the bard.